Hey guys, my name is Witt. Ajax, what is happening? I heard you guys got a nerf. And you're panicking. Why are you panicking? You're still the king. Now, for those that are new to the game or never tried Ajax before, it's the only character in the game you can trust to stay alive the longest. Or perhaps never die. Well, you can die from bosses like Gluttony, etc. But it's nearly impossible in most other contents in this game for Ajax to die. In any case, I also heard you guys are trying to take bonus job. What's up with that? You're going around killing things, hopping and popping. Why are you doing that? I know you Ajax, you're still the king, army of one. I heard that's why they nerf you guys. Simply because you're trying to be better than Bunny at killing things. Stop trying to take Bunny's job before they take away your orbit barrier and your hyper cube. You're Ajax. Let Bunny do their Bunny thing and you do your Ajax thing. Just pick up the loots that bunnies give you and stay out of their way because they ask you to. However, you also need to support the bunnies because you Ajax. Make sure you rest them when they down so they can keep doing their thing. Alright, if you insist on doing bunny's job, this is the build that you need to run. Void Explosion or Void Charge. Whatever makes you happy. I personally like Void Explosion. With this Void Explosion setup, you have 2 charges. And your cooldown is about 3.2 seconds. I'm sure you can bring the cooldown lower because you Ajax. But this is good enough for you to go around and one-shot things in the dungeons with even the highest modifier. All by yourself. The enemies can't touch you. You're the king. And yeah, you can be a bunny if you want to because you can be hopping and popping and smashing like the Incredible Hulk. You're just doing your Ajax thing. Just know that you're still the king. Plus, you have the freedom to use different modules than the one that I use here. Shot focus. You don't need it. But if you are Ajax, you need to try to get it. I have a video that shows exactly what you need to do to get it. And remember, Ajax is a firearm descendant. So you need to use anything that can give you an advantage in that department. And shot focus is one of those things. Even with this Void Explosion build, it's good for the dungeon bosses. Again, shot focus is not necessary, but it's a great option. In any case, now if you want to fight intercept bosses, here's a build you can use. You can tweak it the way you want. Remember, the most important thing about Ajax is that you have the freedom to play the way you want. Just do what you gotta do. Now, when it comes to Gluttony, one of the hardest bosses in the game right now, you need people to know what they're doing. But during the Gluttony boss fight, you should be going around helping people get back to the fight while you're doing the best you can. That's what this build can do for you. Anyway, let me highlight certain things real quick, just in case you have questions about the build. Now, as you can see, we are using body enhancement, and what it does is increase your max HP, defense, and max shield. Now, it used to be a lot better than it is right now, but people say that it is a nerf. But I don't see too much of a problem with it. You can still go around and do the things that you do. Yes, you used to have more health and shield, etc., more survivability pretty much, but you are still good to go. In any case, now all these modules that I use, the things that you need to remember is that when you go into a boss fight, you need to make sure that you prepare for the elemental resistance. So in this spot right here, I flex this spot. Like if I show you right here, I can use either an A or an R in the slot. That's because that's the way I set it up. So I flex it that way I can use those modules. As you can quickly notice, those resistance module, they all A. So that's the reason why I make it this way. That way I can use them when I go to different bosses. And you also have the maximize resist ones. Those come with different variation. They can be any of those letters. They can be C, they can be R, or whatever. As you can see right here, for the toxic one, it's on R, and then for the chill one, it's a C. So that means you have to accommodate for that. So you can try to put them in different places where you can flex them. Like for instance, that's exactly what I did. So I can flex this one right here in the space right here. I can just put that one there if I make sure that this slot is empty. It's an empty slot right now. As you can see, you can do that. So that's one thing that you need to focus on when you go to those boss battles. You got to make sure that you take into account the resistance that you have to use for the type of boss. The other thing I want to highlight is the autoimmunity module. If you don't want to use that, it works for me, but doesn't mean it's going to work for you. If you don't want to use that, you can also use maximize chill resist. That's also a very good option if you're going to fight gluttony or any other bosses that require the chill resistance. But those are flexible for you to use the way that you want. Anyway, that's all I got. Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.